Hi everyone, this is Karak from ACG, and today I'm bringing you the review for The Descendant from Gaming Core on the PC, an episodic game. The Descendant tells the tale of Mia and Donnie, separated by a couple hundred years. One, Mia, is tasked with keeping a large human-filled bunker known as an Ark alive and kicking after mankind has wiped out most of the life on Earth, while Donnie is a janitor from the future, tasked with going to the same Ark to find out why its inhabitants didn't come out when the all-clear sign was given that Earth was inhabitable once again. Also, let me just point out that no vehicle ever has been called the Ark and actually worked out for the people in any way favorably, so I'd like to suggest the name Death Tub if this happens to our Earth in my timeline. So let's see how this point-and-click adventure game goes, shall we? As always, if you like the video, maybe subscribe. So here's the review for The Descendant. Generators that work fine after 300 years outside, finding out that dickhead politicians are a timeless human tradition, and daring someone to eat a couple hundred-year-old candy bar. Graphics are up first. You know, Descendant doesn't look half bad at all, and the graphical styling, which seems a bit like typical cell shading, but with far more detail on the characters, really worked well here throughout. Locations are detailed, and texture detail itself and the complexity there are pretty good. There are a couple wonky animations, though, especially when you're moving around, and that mostly is due to how point-and-click adventure games work and the terrible but often repeated need to walk straight into the camera so you're ramming your mouse cursor against the bottom of the screen like you're digging to China. Now, one thing PNC games need to handle right is the 3D representation on a 2D screen, using shading, proper color separation, and good work and art. And for the most part, I'd actually say The Descendant nails it. And of course, that brings us to sound, music, and voice.
Used for moving cargo. Might be worth checking out before we get the hell out of here.
That NOS is totally normal, by the way. Once you use the anesthetic compound, the sickness should subside.
Now, sound is pretty good, and though you're only really in two areas and doing the occasional working on an elevator by someone wiring it from the inside to get power or walking around exploring every nook and cranny, what little sound is present is fairly well done, and there's a distinct lack of muddiness, which is also a plus. That being said, there's also a really lean presentation overall, especially when it comes to atmospheric sounds. A couple drops of water here, a pipe hissing there, but none of it really works to solidify your place in a location. And this can really make the overall presentation of sound feel lean and feel a little bit undone. Music. Okay, so this is actually weird. I was a little puzzled as I played the game. For a good deal of the game, there's just flat out very little, if no music. Now, this does allow for tension to build as characters discuss what's going wrong on their ill-fated voyage on the good ship shit goes wrong, but I would have liked more. Voice. You know, this is actually pretty good, from the cocksure do-anything practice politician who's pretty much just a walking dick with legs to the inquisitive Danger Donnie, always wondering about the people that came before him. The future characters are really enjoyable to see that interplay. Now, the past characters are good as well, and there's a multinationalist feeling to them, reminding you that it wouldn't just be Texans saved during the end of the world. Is it excellent? No, but they usually deliver their lines well when it comes to the entire package. Gameplay. Listen, this is rote point and click. If you're expecting deep puzzles or brain strain, you're going to get more trying to figure out how the dickhead politician character hasn't met the wrong end of someone's lead pipe than you are with the actual puzzles in the game. You go around, you do things, and you talk to people, and you can make different choices which sort of play out as well. To do all that, you walk around the Ark, either in the past or in the future. One group trying to keep it running as a series of apparent bad luck events is causing it to fail and lose cargo, which of course means people. While those in the future are trying to get it set up so that they can unlock whatever remains inside and get those people out. Puzzles are of the, oh my god, this pipe is leaking, let's fix it with the pipe right next to it mentality. And the game comes across more as a story with very, very light puzzle elements than any kind of enigma machine. In fact, there's pretty much only one puzzle I can remember that requires going out of the screen to fix. For many, this is going to be a delightful difference in presentation for these style of games. For others, it's going to feel really, really shallow. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means its presentation in this first episode is more about setting the stage for later episodes, and in the end, some of that's fine by me. Sadly, one problem is the game is wicked short, like less than 1 hour, resulting in me basically just figuring out how it worked before we got the typical "until next time" on the Death Mulcher arc. Very short, shockingly so. Fun factor. Hey, it's actually a good little adventure setup with unique characters and an interesting setting all told, but as I said, it's just not long enough. I mean, if I finish a game and come out of it, and the thing that I think of first is that it's short, we have a problem. So as you guys know, I rate games on buy, wait for a sale, rent, or deep sale for Steam stuff, and never touch it again. This is actually a wait for a sale. Right now we're looking at an expectation that extra episodes will come out one every 2 months, but if they are this short, that doesn't bode well for me at all. As you guys know, I will review the later episodes and may change my mind. But this is just far too short and far too small of an adventure for the amount that they're asking for, and for laying down any cash really right now until we see what's coming in the future. If you liked the video, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. Maybe check out our Reddit or our Patreon. Other than that, peace out.